Greetings and welcome. I'm Rebecca Carner, Biofield tuner, and I was trying to do this Facebook Live with my new technology and it didn't work at all. So I am tuning in just a few minutes late and a little bit on the fly because everything what I set up isn't working. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Today's video is something that I have been thinking about. It got punted in a kind of deep and wide conversation that I was having with a client on Monday. And then it came in even more deeply yesterday. And that is, I want to do a quick live tuning on truth. This I will probably have to do a more involved, a slightly longer video on it because this is a big concept and it's taken on a really different texture and quality lately, this concept of truth. I'm going to start with a couple of phrases that I have either read or heard or shared in the past couple of days. Truth and consequences versus truth and results is dependent on one's relationship with truth. True humility is true. Humility can only exist in truth. If something that somebody is being, quote, humble about isn't also very much the truth, it's not humility. I follow an author on Instagram, on Andrea Gibson, I can't recommend highly enough, who shared a story about truth being conflated, being the same as an expression of love, to be true to something and to tell something or someone the truth is the best and most expeditious way to love them. I'm going to start tuning in 1 second. Actually, let me just tune into that. Truth is the most expeditious way to love something. Truth is the most expeditious way to express love. Expressing truth is expressing love. I just want to be with that for a second. You know, in certain groups, demographics, there is a phrasing which I have heard a lot in the past decade or so, and the two words that are often put together are my truth. That is my truth. Yeah, that brought on a lot of reverberance. If you either sort of take a step up for an overview, not a hierarchical look down, but just an overview, or if you sort of step back and look at that, I think in that way, quote, someone's truth is the same as their perspective. You know what? I'm going to just stop this computer here. Yeah, did I mention technology's been special on a Wednesday? Okay. One's truth, if you use that phrase, I think that's effective in describing your perspective or your experience. For instance, in an interpersonal dynamic, one could have no idea that you're offending another person. The other person says, my truth is that you were really offensive towards me. Okay. One person just thought they were being them. The other person felt offended. The person who felt offended, there is truth in that. But the person who didn't mean to offend them, right? That really, they might be mature enough emotionally to realize, oh, wow, I had no intention. I wasn't even thinking along those lines, but I can see that I offended them. But at no point was that their intention, you know? So while it can be true that the person had their experience of offense, yes, but the sort of I set out to, that didn't really happen. Whereas these sort of larger umbrella truths, love is truth. Love heals, love helps. Joy is coherent. These sort of things are universal truths, if you will. And there is something universal about the connectivity, the connection that is always there between integrity and truth, right? Right. Truth, objectively, truth and integrity are always linked. And there are 100% valid subjective experiences. Wow, it really is a thick and sticky, it really just, God, it's weird. It's, this collective field here around truth, it feels almost as trigger laden as the concept of shame. Like if I said shame, I think Brene Brown's got the research on when you even say that word, it brings up bad feels in people, right? You just even say that word and people recoil. God, I'm really wanting to cry. There is just this almost despair. There is despair about what the F truth even is. Oh my gosh. Wow, you guys. Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to do I'm going to do a much longer video on this. It really feels like in the land of fake news, in the land of subjectivity, in the land of me trying to honor another's experience or me trying to deny another's experience because it might make me look bad in my eyes. It's like every kind of which way you slice this, you say truth and people are, oh, well, there she went and said truth. Oh my God, in the land of fake news. I don't know which channel is truth come on. What truth do you want to believe in? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Truth. The planet cannot survive without the sun. The planet Earth cannot survive without the sun. The plants and all the animals, including the humans, need the sun. This is a truth. Love is a universal balm that is a nurturing element that we all need in some form or fashion. That's true. That's true. Just like the sun, love is needed. Even if one lives alone and one only believes that their God loves them, or their dog loves them, or the sun loves them, that counts. And that's a whole thing. Okay. Love is needed. The sun is needed. These things are true. The social conditioning around denying the truth to uphold certain social contracts is really messing us up, y'all. It's like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. You know what? Why can't people claim that compliment or claim their beauty? Wow, you did so good. That was the fastest I ever saw you run that half marathon or whatever. Oh, well, I didn't train enough. Just say thanks. That's true. And to be humble, I wanted to do better, but I showed up and I did my best today, and that was my fastest. That's truth. Take it. If for the truth to come out, there's always consequences, then you're lacking in integrity. You're maybe lacking in some sort of confidence, or you're lacking in healthy dynamic. Wow. Wow. I was watching this show on Apple TV, and the dad was dealing with a young daughter who was, I don't know, like middle school age, maybe just about to be adolescent or young adolescence. I don't know, 10, 12, some 13. And their family was going through some really tough stuff. And she was both sort of a precocious child and quite intelligent, and had a maturity about her, and he knew it. The dad knew it. And when some really tough stuff was going on with the mom, she would ask him, the girl would ask the dad a direct question. And at one point he said, and it was all age appropriate information. It was some stuff going on at the mom's work. And he said at one point, I'm not going to lie to you, and I don't know how this is going to go for her. And it was really hard to hear. It was hard for him to say. It was really a well-acted moment. Because having raised 3 kids, I know those moments where you have to make the call. Like, do you let them know the real landscape? Is that appropriate for them? What's that going to do to them? But if it's true and they're going to have to deal with, right? So that goes back to the truth and consequences versus truth and results. Like, no matter what happened at the mom's work that day and whether she came home or not, the daughter was going to have to deal with that, and she was going to know the results of that in real time. They were going to be unavoidable. And so the dad stayed truthful to her through the whole process because she was already aware of it. Like, there was no waiting until later. But it was still difficult, right? And I know that that's a fictional thing. But it really did reflect real life moments. And I really appreciated how he didn't pull the punch on that. And the writers and the girl actress did a good job of the girl metabolizing the real-time truth in all of its uncertainty and ambiguity and just profound stress, existential stress. Because that's life, y'all. That's truth. Ha, ha, ha. That's truth. So, it's a frequency. Truth is a frequency. Oh my gosh, how much have I said that, right? That's another one. Truth is a frequency. Truth is a frequency. And in truth, there lies expansion and an ultimate holistic freedom. Even if it hurts, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's sad or hard, or reflects poorly on you. Yeah, sometimes the truth is a mirror for us on the aspects of ourselves that we don't want to see, that we don't love, that we don't love. We hate our blind spots. For all the reasons that we hate our blind spots, we hate our blind spots, and we hate when the truth shines a spotlight on that. And therein, right there, therein, truth equals love. If we shine the spotlight of truth on the part of self that we didn't really want to see, that's where the crossroads of truth and consequences becomes truth and results. Because if you are courageous and have a strong enough self-concept to look at that, then the truth and result will be, because that got shown to you, you can bring that part of self more into awareness, and then it won't be as horrible. Oh, wow, there is a softening. Truth is a frequency. Truth and trust. When something is fully true, not defensively true, not adamantly true, but when something can't be denied, that is truth. And that is also trust. You know, there's this thing in language, I feel like English composition has fallen by the wayside for all the obvious and modern day reasons. But there is a whole thing around direct languaging and passive languaging. And for instance, direct languaging. I want to eat a banana sundae. Passive languaging. A banana sundae would be very nice, might be quite nice. Okay, yeah, well, you know, a hippopotamus in a tutu might be quite cute, but that's very passive. You're not going to go do that. But direct languaging means I want this, I'm going to go do this. That tree fell and it made a loud noise, rather than a loud noise was made, perhaps by the tree. That's passive. So, with the frequency of truth, love is love. Love is a healer. The earth and everything on it needs our beautiful, gorgeous sun. Truth statements can be easily expressed with direct languaging. And there's no hiccup or glitch, and you're not having to like force it to overcome some facade of falsification, right? And that's how you start to cultivate trust, trust in self, trust with those around you. Right, right. Okay, the last thing, and then I'm going to wrap this up. The last thing, sometimes, a lot of times, wow, a lot of times, okay, a lot of times, truth isn't certain. Nah, nobody likes that. Wowza, I know, it sucks, y'all, and it's hard. I know. Wow. Wow, that's like a it's like a gnawing sensation. Okay, wow. Truth includes paradoxes, things that don't go together. Truth includes uncertainty. Truth includes ambiguity. Truth includes not knowing now. It's so funny, like the amount of curse words that want to come out of my mouth right now, which anybody who knows me knows that I curse all the time. So on the one hand, that's very Rebecca, but it's just like, you know, to the collective anxiety, truth can be really threatening because as James Hollis says, as Dr. James Hollis says, you know, so much of us just spend all of our time with our anxiety management programs, which are all the false certainties that we seek out and cling on to, because the truth is that isn't knowable right now, or whatever, or for that to be knowable, one would have to get up and do something, and one has feels about that, all the things, right? So to sit in the truth of don't know, that piques a lot of people's anxieties, which are already the water level's too high on those. Maybe let's try, okay, yeah, let's do that for the reframe. Let's end with a reframe of, even when truth embodies a paradox that we can't wrap our heads around right now, or a truth that leaves our anxieties still disquieted, let's start to reframe that. If that is the truth, like let's, like a beanbag chair, right? Like a cosmic beanbag chair with like all those little beanie things, right? Let's kind of wiggle down and set into the comfort of the truth being our main objective. And even if it leaves us still as yet uncertain or not fully understanding about a thing, let us feel, but to think that's the truth of it right now. So, and let's just sit into the beanbag of that. Right? Let's sit into the beanbag of that and claim that as a feel good, right? Even if it's not sorted, to know that we're in the truth, right? We do not know, it is not knowable here on February 28th, 2024, what is going to happen on the elections in November. It's not knowable. Okay. And that's the truth. And as uncomfortable as I think so many people in the world feel about that, let's be in today. Let's be in the truth of that. And let's make the strongest, most beautiful, most truthful, most loving, most integrous, immediate community that we can. Oh, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. The most expeditious way to express love is to tell the truth. And may all the ears that hear it receive it gently. Let's learn to receive the truth with gentleness and grace. Gentle. May truth be expressed and may truth be received in gentle grace. Oh. This was far longer than I anticipated. Thank you so much. Have a great Wednesday. I think there will probably be more videos on truth. This was a humdinger. Be well, be well, be well. Visit RebeccaCarner.com if you want to contact me or get a session. I don't know, like, subscribe, all the things. Happy Wednesday. Truth and love. Truth and love.